Good morning, students. A very warm welcome to all of you from Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Management and Science, affiliated to Adikavi Nana University. Now, this particular class is for the second BBA students, and we have a core subject called Human Resource Management. And so, this particular semester, I am going to teach you regarding HRM, that is Human Resource Management. So, even before we start off with our class, let me give you a glimpse of our syllabus, and then we can start off with our regular classes. Okay, so now looking at our syllabus, so here we have got 5 units in our entire syllabus. The first unit talks about the introduction part, gives you an overall picture, a glimpse of what actually is HR and how it what is the function, what are the functions of HR, how it started all, I mean the history and the concepts, all these particular things we have in the unit 1. In the second unit, the role of the HR and how HRM is in India. I mean in our own country we have got many multinational companies and domestic companies. So in our domestic and multinational companies, how HRM is implemented in India. Now that's what we are going to say in the unit 2. The third unit is regarding the human resource planning, and in fact when you go for the post graduation, this human resource planning is a full-time subject. So here we are not going to go into the depth, but we are just going to surface this particular subject called human resource planning, which basically talks about recruitment and selection, prior to recruitment and selection, how we plan the manpower in our organization. The next one is recruitment and selection. Right, this is the one of the major function of human resource management, and the last unit is regarding training and development. So the complete functions, I mean all the functions of HR are not covered in this particular syllabus. We are only covering three primary aspects, that is HRP, human resource planning, R&S, recruitment and selection, and T&D, training and development, training and management development. So that's regarding our syllabus we have got. Now these are some of the reference textbooks that we find in our library, and in case if you are interested, you want to own a personal copy, you can as well buy this particular textbooks. So we have got Stephen Robbins, Human Resource Management, and the publisher is Wiley and Sons. And similarly we have R.L. Cardy's Managing Human Resource, Prentice Hall, and we have got Len Holden, Human Resource Management, Prentice Hall. And there's one more textbook apart from this from the Indian author called Ashwathappa, that you can purchase, Human Resource Management by Ashwathappa, Himalaya Publications. That is also one of the standard textbooks that is used in our country for covering this particular subject called Human Resource Management. So here we start off with our unit 1, the first unit, which basically talks about what is HR, the definition of this particular HR, the functions, the scope, history and scope of HR, and finally about the role the HR plays in an organization. In this particular video, we are going to only focus on the introduction part. We are not going to cover all the topics. We will be covering one topic in each video. So in this video we will cover only the introduction part of the HR. So I will be introducing HR to you in this particular video. So before we start off with our HR introduction, I just want to start this particular class with a case study, right, so that it gives you an overall picture, it gives you a glimpse into what actually is the HR, what actually HR does. Right, so this particular case is regarding two people called Anant Dalvi and Akhtar Khan. Now both of them are workers, are contract workers in Tata Electric Company, and they were laid off in the year 1996. Okay, on June 30, 1996, the services have been terminated in the company. Now since these people are contract employees, the organization has taken such decision. So and since they were not on the payroll of the organization and they were not permanent employees, organization could take such a drastic decision like asking them to leave the organization on one fine morning. So these people go to the trade union, approach the trade union, and the trade union initially accepts their case and says, we are going to fight for you, we'll talk to the management and ensure that justice is being done to you. And then this particular case is taken to the labor court. So initially when the trade union approaches the management does not oblige, the management does not entertain their particular plea. So then they go to the labor court. In the labor court, the judgment they get is, now since they are contract employees and then they are not on the payroll, or I mean this particular organization has got every right to do whatever it can. So since the services are not regularized, so there's nothing much the courts also could do. So when this particular information was passed by the trade union to both Anant Dalvi and Akhtar Khan, so unable to accept the grim reality, unable to digest the harsh reality, they come to the organization, and in front of the organization they douse themselves with kerosene and set them on fire. And since nobody happens to rescue them, and in that particular mishap both of them happen to lose their lives. So this is a very very grueling and very painful, tragic story. But what we need to understand here is, now these particular things are what happen. So HR, most of the people have this particular perception. Now it's so honky dory, and then it's one of the well paid jobs, and without any, and especially students have this wrong perception. HR means no targets. It's only in this particular marketing and sales we have targets. HR we don't have targets and all, and so it's an easy job. Similarly, when they make a comparison with the finance, they jump to conclusion, in finance you'll have to deal with numbers, unless otherwise you are very strong with numbers or math, you'll not be able to handle those particular job pressures over there. So one of the least pressurized jobs and happy-go-lucky jobs in the organization happen to be the HR. Now this is the perception that have. Now this particular perception is erased when we start our class with this particular opening case. So we happen to see here, HR is not that an easy job. So there is a lot of risk that is involved. So 2 lives have been lost, and organization is made accountable for those particular 2 lives. One of them have put 17 years of service. Anant Dalvi worked for 17 years for the same organization. Akhtar Khan worked for 19 years for the same organization. But one fine morning, just like that, organization happens to remove. So there are a lot of pressures that happen, right? So HR is not that easy as you think. So many things are involved in our human resource management. So why we should study? Before we start off this particular class, we need to understand why we need to study. We need to study about human resource management because today in the 21st century, everything is being service driven. Raw material driven organizations are gone, mission driven organizations are gone, capital driven organizations are gone. The in thing, or the today, even when we look at the startup companies, every startup company needs the right kind of people. So today businesses are driven by workers whom we call as knowledge workers. Today's organizations are driven by talented and skilled manpower. And to groom and to identify this skilled manpower, bring them on board, groom them, this is what HR does. So why we need to study? Because it is a rewarding experience. And why we need to study? Because people possess those skills and abilities, those aptitudes for that particular reason, right? And no computer can ever substitute a human, right? No mission can run without human intervention. So we need to understand organizations exist if employees exist. Now this need to go into the organization. And similarly, HR is an interesting aspect because we study about the people, about their behavior, and how we are going to compensate them, motivate them. So all these things make this particular study of HR very interesting and rewarding. Now let's come to what actually is this particular human resource management. From common man point of view, most of the people say human resource management is nothing but the people's dimension in the organization. We are day in and day out, we deal with employees and so on and so forth. We deal with manpower, we deal with their salaries, we deal with their training, performance appraisal, all these particular things. Right? This is from a layman's point of view. Now let us look at the definition. What actually are the learned people saying? So Ashwathappa, as I told you, who is one of the major a person who has contributed a lot to this particular field of HR, he defines HRM as a management function which is concerned with hiring, motivating and maintaining people in an organization. In a nutshell, human resource management focuses on people in an organization. A very simple definition and very easy definition. Supporting this particular definition, we also have human resource management refers to, now here we use the word called hiring. Hiring is nothing but acquisition, which is nothing but recruitment and selection. Right? So we'll have to acquire people, we'll have to retain them, we'll have to motivate them, and we'll have to maintain them. Now this is what basically a HR does in an organization. An elaborate definition of human resource management also looks at the individual, organization and social objectives also. So even those particular things like individual, organization and social objectives, they also need to be accomplished, they also need to be achieved through our human resource management. The next definition, and one of the most popular definition in the HR circles, is given by Donnelly and Gibson. Right? And here this particular definition says it's a process of accomplishing organizational objectives by acquiring, retaining, terminating, developing and properly using the human resources in an organization. Here he happens to give a whole new definition. Right? So basically the primary objective of human resource management as per the definition is we have to achieve organizational objectives. Only when we achieve organizational objectives, organization marches forward, moves forward. And in order to achieve them, we need to get right people on board. We need to retain these people. And then those particular people who are a burden to organization, you need to terminate them. Right? And then develop the people and motivate this particular. So that's how Donnelly and Gibson looks at. And finally, the definition given by Gary Dessler. So here Gary Dessler refers to the policies and practices involved in carrying out the people or human resource aspects of a management position, including recruiting, screening, training, rewarding and appraising. Right? So more or less the same thing which we have seen in the previous slide is being again re-emphasized by Gary Dessler. So the bottom line is human resource management deals with acquiring manpower, retaining that particular manpower, motivating that particular manpower and then maintaining this particular manpower. So it deals with getting employees on board, right, training this particular employees, retaining this particular employees and then motivating this particular employees. So this is the nutshell of our human resource management definition. A new dimension that has been added to the definition is given by Donnelly and Gibson. So here they say why we need to do all these particular aspects is in order to meet the organizational objectives, in order to accomplish the organizational objectives. So students, I end my class here. We will resume shortly with the next video on the next topic that we have got in our syllabus. See you soon. Wish you all a pleasant day. Thank you.